Hi guys. Hello. So I'm trying to look inside the camera so you guys can see me and I'm testing my mic. Hello guys. I'm Gloria Anolifo and you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, based on request, I'll be teaching Bootstrap layout, the 12 column grid system. The 12 column system. Yeah. Hello guys. You're welcome back to my YouTube channel. You're welcome to God Academy. The full meaning of God is glory and knowledge for designs, then the academy. So in today's tutorial, based on request, I'll be teaching the Bootstrap 5 layout, or let's just call it the Bootstrap layout. So the Bootstrap layout has 12 column system, okay? And I've experimented a bit here. That's why you can see this whole thing going on here. So let's jump straight into the video. So when we go to our VS Code, the first thing I want to do is clear up whatever I've done before. And I'll put this by the side. Good. So here we have it. I'm going to try to, excuse me, I'm going to try to clear up all the codes so that we can work on it together. Are we ready? Okay, so let me clear this up. Tracy, backspace. So here's how the Bootstrap layout works. It has 12 column system. And the first thing you want to do is create a div with container. In the Bootstrap documentation, I'm going to show you what container does. Then inside the container, you want to create another div with a row. Inside the row, you want to create column, to arrange your content inside. You want to create a div to column of with a class of column. I'm trying to look at the camera at the same time look at my code, so don't mind me. So here we have it. We have the, I wish I could zoom this for you guys to see. So yes, you have it here. We have our setup or our layout for the entire thing that would be building for the 12 column system. So let me bring this back down. Okay. So now we have an empty sheet, an empty document. So let's start working on the whole thing. So guys, what I will try to do is I'll try to give some colors to some of these classes here so that you can see whatever will be going on here. But first we want to have a content. Let's have something. So let me use Bootstrap layout. Bootstrap layout. Let's say one. Then I'll duplicate it and have like 6 of them. So now we have this. So give I want to duplicate this column here. I want to duplicate these columns. Let's have up to 6. So Shift Alt, down arrow, down arrow, down arrow, down arrow. I think it's up to 6 now. So let's adjust it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, we have our whole setup here now. So I want to try to give it some colors so that you see what's going on in the code. So I'll try to give this container some, let me say BG primary. You guys know the colors for Bootstrap. So BG, not info, primary. Primary and info kind of have the relatable colors, so that's why. So let me try to give it. So now you see that this is a container holding this entire row and column. Now I want to give it a padding because I want you guys to actually see what's going on inside the code. Then I'll come to the row and I'll try to give it a background color too. Let's say, what color should I use? Should I use info? Let's see what info does. Okay, all right. Then let's try to also give this one padding so that you see what's going on and how it separates everything from the container. I think I should increase it by 3, excuse me. Oh, it's 3, okay. Okay, by the time I enlarge this, it will make more sense. Or let's just use 2. Okay, and let's use 4 for this one. Okay, this is better. So let's go on to add colors to each of these columns so that you can see what's happening in the code and how each containers or each column or each container are arranged. So I want to give this a BG of. So we have a lot of colors for Bootstrap. Let's say I give this white. I give this a BG of maybe warning. Warning. I think warning is red. Warning. I give this a BG of success. You can see how the colors are changing on the other side of my, and I try to give this a BG of, sorry, I'm looking at my code, so I can't like keep giving contact with my camera. We've done warning, we've done, okay, let's try dark, but then we would have to add like a color to the text so that you can see it. So let's try text white. If you've attended or watched the previous tutorial that I did for the coding challenge, you'd understand what's going on in this code, especially with this text white. I've explained most of these things before. So let's try what other can we try? Okay, I think there is, okay, we've used success, we've used warning, we've used white. Let's try lights. Lights. Lights looks like white. But it's all good. Let's just move on. What other BG can we use? What other BG? Guys, give me ideas. Give me ideas. What BG can I use? I think I've exhausted all. I think there's one left. There's one that looks like red, right? Danger. Yeah, right. That's true. Danger. Amazing. So you guys can see what's going on in this code. Now, I've done all this so that you can see the Bootstrap layout system. We can check. So, yeah. Okay. So as you can see, guys, from what we have done here, you can see that when you have multiple columns laid out inside these rows, you have these columns that is laid out inside these rows here. So Bootstrap will give you the columns equal spacing and space them across the entire width of the screen or the entire width of the container. This container here that we have labeled with this color, BJ info. So depending on the number of columns that you have, in this case, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So depending on the number of columns that you have. So if you have, let's say you have 3 columns. So let me go back and clear that up. Let's go back to our VS Code. Lay them side by side. Okay. So if we had 3 columns, let me try to clear out some of these columns. Let me clear from here. Okay. Let's say we had 3 columns. You're going to notice something happening here. Let me zoom this. So if you had like 3 columns, it will divide the entire width by 3 and give them equal spacing. If I zoom this, okay, I don't want to zoom too much, but if I zoom this, you notice that, look at the first container, this first container in this layout here, it takes equal spacing on the screen, dividing it by 3. So I know that I've explained before that Bootstrap container is responsive, okay? So when you define a div with the class container, you are telling it that it should adjust the size depending on the screen size. So let's go to the documentation. So now you notice that in our VS Code, we defined with container. We defined the div class with container. If you were to be on a very large screen, this is the size of this is the width of the screen that it is going to take. These are just merely like the width of the viewport. So all the sizes that you see here, they are the width of the viewport. So for this size, it's equivalent for the small size, it's equivalent to mobile. For the medium, it's equivalent to an iPad. Then for the large, it's equivalent to desktop, and then larger than that, larger screen sizes like that. So you have this, you also have a container fluid. So for container fluid, what happens is that on all screen sizes, it will be 100%. You can see it listed out here. It's going to be 100%. So it takes up the entire width of the screen. So if I were to change my code to container fluid, you notice that it's going to take up the entire width of the screen. That means from here to here, there will be no margin. From here to here, there will be no margin. These edges, it will cover the entire edge of the screen. You get, though your content will still be responsive as you adjust. Let's say you adjust, it will still be responsive. Okay, or do you want me to illustrate that? Okay, let me go ahead and illustrate it. Let's say we change this to container fluid. Let me change this to container fluid. Container fluid. Okay. So let me zoom this again. You notice that it has covered the edges now. It has taken the edges. There's no nice margin between the edges here. That's the difference between container fluid and normal when you just use only container. Okay, so the container will give it margin on the left and right, but the container fluid will most frequently no margin, it take up the entire edge. So that's it about the layout. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section. I would have gone in depth. I don't want this video to get too long. So there'll be a part 2 to this video depending on the questions that you ask. So I'll see you in the next tutorial. Ciao. Bye. It's already getting dark. Oh my God.